So in May we got Demetrius Andrade with his actually second fight at 168 pounds. I believe is his second. His second fight of his career was at 168. So he did fight at 168 before. So this is not really new territory to Demetrius Andrade, but he hasn't fought a whole lot of fights at 168 though. So that's why it's kind of like it's like almost a new thing to a lot of people. He is fighting a guy by the name of Zach Parker, and I'm here to give my prediction for that fight. So let's get into the age and the record of each of these fighters. So we're going to get into Demetrius Andrade. Let's compare both of them. Demetrius Andrade is 34 years old. Zach Parker is at 27 years of age. Younger than Andrade. Height, both 6 feet. Reach, Demetrius Andrade has the slightly shorter reach, 73.5 inches compared to Zach Parker's 74 inches. Also, let's talk about the record of Demetrius Andrade. He stands at 31 wins, no losses, 19 wins by way of knockout. Let me say something about Demetrius Andrade's power, because a lot of channels, I used to hear people say that Demetrius Andrade doesn't have power. Not true. Not true at all. You guys need to go back and watch his fights again. And you tell me if that's not having some good power. He's a decent power puncher. He has decent power, enough to stop 19 people. So yeah, he has some power. He is at a 61% KO ratio. So that's power, man. It's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, so he is fighting Zach Parker. Let's check out Zach Parker's record. Zach Parker, he stands at 22 wins, no losses, 16 wins by way of knockout. So Zach Parker is dealing with some power too. Serious power at 72% knockout ratio. So who would I say has the power advantage? Well, sometimes, man, like you can't really always go by like the KO ratio because it depends. It goes about how many fights each boxer has. I'm more impressed with, like, when I watch some of their fights, how they knock them out. If they get them out with like 1 or 2 punches, or they swarm them or chop them down over 8 rounds or 9 rounds, or they knock him out in the second, third round, or he get a lot of like stoppages before the 5th round or 6th round and stuff like that. Or like I said, the fashion and how they get them out. That's, to me, I get to get a better gauge on power. And from the looks of it, I'm not really familiar with this Zach Parker kid because I've watched about 3 of his highlights, and he does have power. But it appears to me that Demetrius Andrade, I would have to give the power ratio, the power advantage to Demetrius Andrade. It seems like when he hits his dudes and he gets them out of there with more conviction. Old boy Zach Parker, he got good body work, so he gets a lot of dudes out. I've seen a lot of stoppages with the body with him. So let's compare the attributes. Power, I'm gonna have to give the power advantage to Demetrius Andrade. Jab, I'm gonna have to give the jab to Zach Parker. From the fights that I've seen him in, he appears to have a good, solid, stiff jab. Demetrius Andrade, man, from what I get from him, he don't really work off his jab a lot. You might see him sometimes jab to the body, but most of the time he don't really try to set up a lot of his punches through the jab all the time. But you might see he likes to fight out the guard a lot. You know what I mean? So I would have to give the jab the slight nod to Zach Parker when it comes to jab. Speed, Demetrius Andrade is definitely faster than him. Even now that he's older, I see Andrade as being the faster dude. Absolutely, hands down. Defense, I've been watching Zach Parker. He has pretty good defense. He's pretty slick. He know how to move and bob and slip punches, but definitely not nowhere near as smooth as Demetrius Andrade with it, man. Hands down, I think Demetrius Andrade got some of the best defense right now in boxing, man. Definitely. I would put it's Andrade, Shakur. Who else? I'm gonna talk about that in another video though. I'm gonna get to that later. Who I got having the best defense. My top 5 favorite defensive fighters. But so we got power, Demetrius Andrade, jab, Zach Parker, speed, Demetrius Andrade, defense, Demetrius Andrade, combo punches. Both of them throw good combos. Uh, Demetrius Andrade throws the sweetest type of combos, man. Oh man, I love watching his fights, dude. Especially early on in his career, he was a beast, bro. I would have to give the combo nod to Demetrius Andrade, absolutely. Footwork goes to Demetrius Andrade, hands down. Great footwork, movement, everything. Throws. Another thing about the combos, man. Demetrius Andrade, man, he throw these punches. Both of these dudes, they throw punches from weird angles, man. That's what's gonna make this. I think this is gonna be a pretty interesting fight because the Zach Parker kid, he throw punches at weird angles too. Because I was watching him, he was throwing them from like he would dip and then come down. He'll be in the hole. He'll be angled off. He'll pivot over to the right off the line and throw a left and shit like that. Yeah, definitely an awkward puncher too, just like Andre. Not as awkward as Andrade, but definitely an awkward puncher. So that's something to consider in this fight, man. Inside work, I think Demetrius Andrade, man, I'm not really used to seeing him work inside. I've seen him do some pretty decent work inside, but I would have to give that to Zach Parker because he's a good body. I think he's a more solid body puncher than Demetrius Andrade. So I would have to give the inside work to Zach Parker from what I can see. And outboxing, definitely give that to Demetrius Andrade, hands down. So out of these, how many of these here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of these 8 attributes that I listed, Demetrius Andrade has the power, the speed, the defense, the combos, the footwork, and the outboxing skills. While Zach Parker, he has the inside game, and he has the better jab, in my opinion. So the way I see the fight going, it's going to be a lot of Zach Parker's more of a pressure fighter too. He's a more of a come forward fighter. He's going to try to pressure Andrade. Andrade going to use his defense, move out the way, and he's going to plant his feet and start throwing them weird punches from weird, awkward angles, and he's going to be catching them. And I think Zach Parker's going to be tagging Andrade a little bit too, because this is pretty much he's getting accustomed back to 168. It's been years since he fought at 168. So he might have to get in his groove because this guy punches harder than the dude's more than likely at 160. I say more than likely because, just because somebody's heavier doesn't always mean they punch harder than somebody that's lighter than them. That's another myth that when people say, oh, these guys, they hit harder at 154. It depends. Yeah, I mean, shit, you might have a heavyweight that can't really fucking punch. And 160 might hit a bit harder than him. I think that's very possible. But yeah, I see this fight going to the cards, dude. This fight gonna go to the cards. This is gonna be a fight where Demetrius Andrade kind of gets into his rhythm of the division, but I see him outboxing Zach Parker to a decision, a pretty healthy decision. I think he's going to be too much in the speed department. He's going to be a little bit too awkward for Zach Parker to handle. If he hurts him, he might even hurt him in this fight. He might hurt Zach Parker, but he can also hurt Andrade to the body. We'll see how that happens too once he goes to Andrade's body. These dudes are a little heavier. They bring more weight, so that is something to consider. So. But overall, I think Demetrius Andrade is going to smoke him. I think he's going to get him. I think it's going to be a good fight, though. I think dude going to give him a good run. So I still think Andrade going to pull it off to the decision. So that is my final prediction for this fight. I got Demetrius Andrade by decision. This is Rebel Life Boxing. Let me know what you think about this up-and-coming match. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, support the channel for more raw content. And I'll catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm out. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I almost forgot to mention something else when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, man. That killer, sneaky uppercut. While he might not have the greatest of inside work, that uppercut is very, very dangerous on Andrade. Something to think about in this fight. that the other camp gonna have to be very wary of. Gotta give my shout out and my respect to my guy, Demetrius Andrade. Team Andrade all day. Gotta love it. All right, go ahead. I'm off this. Finish it up. Play the music.